Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the New York Mets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Tyler McGill.
They're going to start this one with the opener because of the matchups. Very favorable. I think we're going to see him empty the tank with really good fastball velocity to try to retire these first three hitters.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a man on base to start the inning.
Back against the wall with two strikes, but found a way. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Just missed. The next offering misses, and the count is 3-1. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field, and there's one down. And he holds it first with a single. Nice job getting the ball back in there.
Batting third,
Anthony Santander at the plate.
Santander.
Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That one is absolutely belted. And a foul ball. Bichette at first, one gone. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Andres Jimenez. That misses the zone. 2 balls and a strike. That one missed. Outside corner, there's a strike.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's out number 3. Back here at Citi Field. And on the mound today, Kevin Gausman. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. Fires to first. In time. Got him. And now it's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then If this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Throws to first, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 down, bases empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Next offering is in for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit and then.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Back here in Queens, new inning getting started. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And a 1-1.
That's ball 2. 2-1.
Next offering misses down and away. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.
Batting 6th,
here's George Springer.
George Springer.
Next pitch, a slider
outside.
that misses outside. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count. He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
And now Will Wagner hit on the ground to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Chases that one out of the zone, and that is a big first out. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays.
Ernie Clement.
Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there are 2 outs. Alan Roden next up for the Blue Jays.
Alan Roden.
How many times have we seen an early at bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
And a count 1-2. Line drive, base hit, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. He will score.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 on, 2 outs.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
That one ripped. Marte makes the catch, and that's the third out. Bottom of the second, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. That's off the inside corner. 2-2. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Here's Starling Marte.
Right fielder, Starling Marte.
The other way, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Relay throw to second, and he'll make it safely. That's a double.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Marte leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swings over the splitter for strike 3.
Batting 7.
Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's too high. Tying run in scoring position. Bottom half of inning number 2. That just misses, and it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. And we're back.
Leading
and here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Guerrero Jr.
That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 2-1.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Line drive, base hit right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting left
and
fielder,
here is Anthony Santander. And strike 2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So now the DH spot, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Digging in, Alejandro Kirk. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Acuna has it for 1. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. Late on that fastball.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Fan runs another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now it's Jose Siri. One out, bases empty. Way high. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's a 1-2.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's outside. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 outs. Up and in, ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Juan Soto down.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Lindor, the lead runner at second. Soto at first, 2 out of the inning. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. And a swing and a miss. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Back here at Citi Field, out of the 4th, and it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Out front, rip foul. Stays alive. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. And that should quiet this home crowd. His 2nd of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. Now it's the second baseman, Will Wagner. And he swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. This one popped up. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Toss to Alonso. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Fielder, Alan
So
Roden.
up next for Toronto, Alan Roden. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To the right side, Alonso steps on first for the out. Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Bichette. Foul ball there. The shortstop takes the ball. 2 outs and a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Ready to go.
Leading
Bottom 4.
The
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Next one misses, and the count's even at 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
On the ground, 2 ball. Clement to second, to Guerrero, and then turn 2. And now it's Mark Vientos.
The 5-4-3 double play is a gem in baseball, and how can you not appreciate the skill and practice it takes to make this look so easy? Great work by the infield.
2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. And foul ball.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Line to the left center field, and that's going to fall for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And here is Luis Torrens. Vientos, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Kodai Senga.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
First baseman.
Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is.
And that eats him up.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now a chance for Anthony Santander. Nobody out, runner at first. Up the middle, and that squirts through. And it's now 1st and 2nd to start the inning.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Stepping in, Andres Jimenez. Well struck, right field. Going, gone! That one felt good. His 4th home run of the season. It's 5-zip.
Now pitching for
on the mound now, Clay Holmes.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now here is Alejandro Kirk. That's in there, and that is strike 2. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation.
Outside low, and the count is even 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Next offering is outside. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
Now batting center fielder George
And the batter is
Springer.
George Springer. Slider misses outside.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Runner at first with no outs here. Next offering is fouled back. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Ball 2.
Kirk on second. Springer on at first with nobody out. That one fouled off. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting right fielder
Alan Roden next up for the Blue Jays. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a bouncer. Fires to first on the run. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. Back here in Queens. Now it's going to be Luis Angel Acuna. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Count's full.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. Pretty amazing
Jose
athlete this
Siri.
guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
We got a full count. 3-2.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's Francisco Lindor.
Nope, upstairs.
That's towards center, and that is Springer. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Here in the 5th inning, and here he is about to throw his 100th pitch. Man, he's really had to grind through to get to this point.
Here's Juan Soto. Siri leads off first with 2 down to the inning. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
The first baseman.
Here's Pete Alonso. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. Top 6. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground, right side, Alonso. He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next,
here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Line drive, caught.
Man, he really turned on that one. Absolutely ripped it towards third.
Now
but quick bat-like reflexes down there in the hot corner to bring it down.
And a swing and a miss. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. New pitcher now for the Jays, Yariel Rodriguez.
Now pitching
and he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Rodriguez.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Leading off for the Mets, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Foul ball. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. 1 away. Starling Marte up to hit.
For the Mets, right fielder, Starling Marte.
That one ran inside, almost got him. That one fouled off, 2-2. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. And
Now
next for the
batting,
Mets, Mark
third
Vientos.
baseman, Mark Vientos.
And it is 2-1.
Strike.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Wagner makes the catch, and that's the inning. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Blue
And now the
Jays,
DH,
the designated
Andres
hitter,
Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez.
That
Oh, that's
misses,
off the plate.
and it's 2-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. In the air, center field. Siri pulls it in on the run. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. And a base hit right there.
Oh, this has been a
Up
really
next
nice game
for
at the
the
plate
Blue
for
Jays,
him. He
center
looks
fielder,
locked in.
George
That pretty much
Springer.
split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Next to hit, George Springer swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man at first, 1 away. Into left center for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Now batting, second baseman,
Will
Will
Wagner will hit next. That one the other way, and foul ball. Two on, 1 out.
3-2.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. So 2 down now, and here is Ernie Clement. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Headed for the plate. 1 run across. Close play, but in there. And they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Alan Roden.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Alan Roden digs in now. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Swing and a ground ball out to short. And it'll be 1st and 3rd now after that miscue.
Now pitching for
New
the
arm
New
out of the
York Mets.
bullpen, Ryan Stanek.
Number 55.
This is his 3rd time out this year.
Ryan Stanek.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
That's a ball. 2-1.
Late with the swing there.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand, looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. This one isn't
Leading
exactly
off for
close,
the Mets,
Chris. Let's go off script for a
catcher,
moment.
Luis
I'm game.
Torres.
Never.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave
Nope,
around this
that's foul.
ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a Thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Early 2000s Yankees Red Sox, probably the best baseball rivalry that we've seen.
Yeah, and I would say, you know, that kind of simmered down and some other ones started to rise up a little bit. And the great state of Texas, the Astros and the Rangers became a really good rivalry.
Yeah, no doubt. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out.
Now
And one
batting,
away in the bottom of the
second
seventh.
baseman, Luis
Here's the second
Angel
baseman,
Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna.
Hey!
It feels like we might be headed
One
towards a
ball,
rain delay
two
if the
strikes.
weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how
That's
the weather
ball two.
is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
And
Count
that
it, 3 and
skips in the
2.
dirt. Got him! Ricky Holiday with the call. So digging in,
Up
Jose
next for the
Siri.
Mets,
Great
center
speed
fielder,
and great
Jose
power. A
Siri.
great athlete, quite simply.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
2 outs. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. And we're back. Leading off, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Chop to the left side. Vientos whips it to first. And Guerrero is set down. And next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
The Blue Jays up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss down on strikes, and he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
Now batting.
So here's the
designated
cleanup hitter, Andres Jimenez. So a foul ball makes it 1 and 2. That one missing
That's
inside. 2 out, space is empty. And a slider
3 and
misses
2.
down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter. Ready for the bottom of the
Leading
8th. Here's the
off
Mets
for the
leadoff
Mets,
man, Francisco
shortstop,
Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
And that's
2
in the
balls,
dirt.
1 strike.
Lindor swings through that one.
2-2.
He normally
Yep.
does damage on that pitch in that location. Just to swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Ripped on a line. And there's one down. Juan Soto
Up next
getting
for
ready
the
to hit.
Mets, designated hitter, Juan Soto.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. One down, base is empty. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets.
First baseman,
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Next pitch inside, 2-1. And a swing and a miss.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
That misses, and it's 3-2. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back. On the warning track, and hauls it in. Back here at Citi Field, all set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings and misses. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And now the center fielder, George Springer.
George Springer.
One down, base is empty. Swung on, belted. Siri really on his horse for it. Can't get to this one.
Now batting, second baseman,
So
Will
up next,
Wagner.
Will Wagner. Just missed. In the air, right side. Marte moves under it. They got it for out number 2. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays.
Ernie Clement.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got it. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back here in Queens, now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
That one outside. 2-1. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Now, Starling Marte. Nimmo aboard here at first with nobody out. There's a strike. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, you could tell he was sniffing that hit all the way. Great hustle getting down the line. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
And there's one down. 2 on with 1 out. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the last half of inning number 9. Fly ball down the line. Roden snags it for the second out.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
So last chance for the Mets. The batter now, Luis Angel Acuna. They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 strike away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.